What up, everybody? This is Jay Celine. This is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And I'm Melissa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Giovanni. Hola.
Oh my God, I feel like even though I haven't been on Runyon Canyon in months, clearly, I'm really tired today.
Really?
Yeah, because I was about to get a cold and then I started doing all kinds of kinds of
Find it. Get it together.
of cold and flu therapy, which consists of drinking a lot of orange juice, water, and sleep. And I feel better, but I'm tired now.
Well, listen, man, when you go through the motions, sometimes you got to straighten up your act and boogie down. I don't know what that meant.
I don't know either.
We listened to Michael Jackson.
This song makes you want to boogie. For those that can't hear us here in our ears, we listen to music so we can have this energy to keep this show going for over an hour. But Michael Jackson Off the Wall, this was Giovanni's suggestion. It was a great
Come on, Gary Deanna, stand up. Hola.
Did you watch? You were watching me on live last night and I was listening to the song.
Yo, bro, I don't know what the fuck you were on last night, bro. He was like a heartbroken, battered woman going on FaceTime, going on Instagram Live, just saying how she truly feels about everybody.
Because listen, I don't go on as live as much, and honestly, I don't have a strong social media strategy. I just go live when I want to go live. Yeah. You know, sometimes I'm taking the shit, sometimes I'm at the barbershop. But last night I felt overwhelmed. Shout out to my friend in Canada who overwhelmed me with bitch assness, and I felt like I had to vent.
What happened?
Well, I don't like when people text me and I say FaceTime me, but then they don't want to FaceTime, but then they want to be all on my live talking to me while we could be talking on FaceTime. And
they're talking personal stuff?
But they just do that because they want everybody else to know that we're talking.
Oh.
And so then I was just like venting, like, you know, I know you got the girlfriend and I know that she takes up priority, but shit, I want some time too. And then they was putting them on blast.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Man, I had a bag of popcorn. I had me some soda. Excuse me, I can't say soda. Pop.
Why can't you say soda?
Because I'm the Midwest. We say pop. And I don't know why I just
We say that
soda.
in Canada too.
Really?
Yeah, it's taken me a while to get used to saying soda.
We say liquid crack.
She was giving shows. I recorded it too.
Yeah,
everybody thought you was drunk.
So I FaceTimed Gio, who was FaceTiming me, recording me live FaceTiming him. It was some crazy shit. But it was funny because everybody in the mentions was like, "Oh, he done had too much drink tonight." I hadn't had nothing to drink.
I thought you would drink.
It was just 1 a.m. It was late. I'm getting old. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I am traveling full time now because I have bags under my eyes. But my dad has bags under his eyes, and I don't know if that's from picking cotton in Mississippi or if that's just our heritage, but shit's getting real.
Do you have allergies?
I have allergies too, and I have asthma.
Okay, well, allergies really contribute to under eye activity, like dark circles and
too.
bags and stuff like that. So that's why I keep telling you guys.
I'm just allergic to bullshit.
Take some Benadryl.
On that note, let's get into our weekend recap.
Well, what did you do, Jason, between catching feelings on FaceTime?
Right.
I am a bit open at this point. Shout out to my Facebook mentions right now. No, I mean, hold on. There's people next to me. Turn this out. Okay. So last night I went to, actually, I would usually say I got invited, but I didn't get invited because people now know that I don't go out. So when I just hear about an event, I just show up. Like, fuck it, I'm on the list. So last night I got a text. I went to get a massage because I needed to get some stress off. And
Was it a rub and tug?
No.
Okay.
My massage therapist is blind, old, and Filipino, but he's the best. I'm telling you, he because he works with his hands. He doesn't work with his eyes, so clearly he knows.
I would like his number.
No, he's the best.
I would like
because she don't like attractive guys.
It's only like 100.
I do not want an attractive guy massaging me.
First
I won't
of
be
all,
able to focus.
He's not attractive, but he's also
That's
blind.
why she wants the
That's
number.
it. Well, I mean, the blind part I don't really care about, but yeah.
Meaning that you don't have to. Oh, I see. Because then you may want to.
If an attractive guy is massaging me, I'm tense.
You may want to rub.
I'm tense because I got to get the right body position.
Wait, so if a man gets a rub and tuck, what does a woman get?
I don't know.
A lick and split.
I don't know. I've never wanted to find out.
Really?
I've never wanted to, at least not an
I
establishment.
remember my first happy ending. That shit was amazing.
I did it too.
I did.
But mine was in Puerto Rico.
I want to come back as a boy.
Mine was in North Hollywood.
Well, at least I was going to say at least mine was international, but then I remember it's still a part of the States. Yeah, mine was at it wasn't a bathhouse. It was a massage place. But anyway, I don't want to talk about my business. So anyway, back to my clean holy night last night. Mm-hmm. So I went to they had a preview for the group on the show Star, the three girls. So Fox did it at the NBC studios in Burbank. And I went there and Lee Daniels was there. I really like Lee, man. Lee Daniels is a boss. He literally talks the way that I talk about me and what I do. He talks the same way about what he does. There's no filter. There's no Hollywood. He was
just on Trevor Noah too.
Really?
Yeah. I wanted to be there, man.
Really?
I'm trying to get back in his focal vision again.
I can give you his casting director's email address.
I mean, his sister's a support of mine.
Leah.
You know, she tells me I love your work.
Yeah.
But I need to get in front of his face again. So I hope you have fun, man.
No, I had a good time. I sat at the table with Quincy, who said he's going to come and do the show. So we have to hold him accountable to that.
Yes,
but the
we
girls, the one thing I thought about, one thing that I saw and that was just clear, those girls really do have talent. Those three girls. I don't know if you follow the show.
That chick is bad.
Why does she have to be the dark chick?
Okay, the black girl is bad.
The girl with a lot of melanin.
Thank you. The girl with all the
There
melanin,
we go.
She is. And I ain't gonna say that, but she is bad.
I mean, he didn't say she's pretty for a dark skinned girl.
Yeah.
He just you had to identify her, I guess, because the other two are light skinned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
So did they sound good?
They sounded amazing. Each of them individually can sing on their own, and three of them together were actually really good. And Sean Bankhead, shout out to Sean Bankhead, who was the choreographer for the show. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Lee gave him a really big shout out yesterday. But the girls were really good. I was hoping Latifah was going to be there and Tyrese, but they weren't. But they were passing around an invitation to Tyrese's Taco Tuesday last night with Snoop, and I didn't make that.
That's hilarious.
I texted to you. You didn't?
No, my phone was off because my phone sucks ass. My phone.
I think my phone was on.
Well, here's the deal. I didn't send it to Gio because, well, first I didn't think about it.
I don't like Tyrese anyway. So
No,
I'm cool.
but it ain't about that because I'm indifferent with Tyrese as well. But I think it's just because I was told do not invite anybody, and I know if I invite her and she shows up, they're not gonna say nothing to her.
Well, hold on a second here. You just made a proclamation. You don't like Tyrese? Like, why? What happened?
Man, I've had
I've
had some bad run-ins with that guy, man. It's just like as much as he be on his Instagram talking all this hope and you gotta believe. Like in person, sometimes he does not. He doesn't resonate that in person.
There's the man and the message, correct?
Yeah. Like I've seen it. He's rubbed me the wrong way many times.
Listen, I have said before on this show, and I'll say it again. I've had my run-ins with Tyrese too, and I don't know what it is. I think that sometimes his energy is just off for me. You know, one time he comes up to me at his house and he says, "I know what you do. Don't write about anything here." I'm like, I wasn't gonna write about nothing here anyway.
Wow.
People automatically assume every time I'm out, I'm writing a story. Y'all, first of all, if I wrote about everything I knew, I would have carpal tunnel like a motherfucker. But no, I don't write about everything. I mean, all I can say is your backyard looked like a Slauson swap meet.
I have never seen his house.
Backyard has come together now. I will say, Tyrese, at first, I said to Floyd one day, I said, "Have you seen Tyrese's backyard?" He goes, "No." I go, "That motherfucker looked like a poor kid who wanted a bunch of shit and then got a bunch of money and just put it all in the backyard." He got a Starbucks. He got a Benihana's.
Does it legit say Starbucks?
Starbucks.
I know. Does it legit got the green sea bitch?
There ain't. Yeah, but there's not a barista there. But yeah, he has a bar. He has a pool. He has a tennis court. He has a comedy show center, a studio. He has a club.
Well, listen, man, big
There's
up to
a lot
you, man.
going on at
Dude
Tyrese.
from Watts, man, made it out and made all this money. But I will say this: love the music, love you and Transformers, and shout out to your Jeep line, Voltron Jeeps. Them Jeeps is crazy.
So let me tell you guys a secret real quick. I know we're getting off topic, but
Yeah, we always do, but we'll get back.
So Tyrese had created this Voltron.
It's so sick.
No, it wasn't Voltron. It was a Voltron inspired. What are those things that Floyd has? The bus. It's not a bus, but it's a
Sprinter van.
Sprinter van. But he had made it a Rolls Royce Sprinter van. But that's not a real Rolls Royce.
Right. Right.
And I think he did that to sell it to Floyd for like $1 million.
That's hilarious.
What Floyd said. But his Jeep line is really, really dope. You would love it because I know you love the Jeep.
I'm sure I would.
Yeah.
I'm sure I would.
I'll never forget the time I went to Tyrese's house and he charged men $100 to get in. We were like, really? This is tacky. You can't be a millionaire and charge people $100 to get in your party.
If Floyd, and I can only say this because it's only been 2 or 3 times, I experienced this now. If Floyd can welcome men in, homies, with love with no charge, Tyrese, why can't you?
Yeah, but you're talking levels now.
Yeah.
Because if you go to a Jay-Z and a Beyonce gala or a Rihanna gala, You're not paying for anything. You may pay if it's a foundation type thing, or philanthropy,
You're paying
donation.
for a plate.
I think Rihanna was charging like $5,000 a ticket. I ain't gonna lie. This year I've been saving my money. I'm going, and I'm gonna get up on Rihanna, and I'm gonna get one little video freaking her just so I can confuse the audience.
Right.
That's hysterical.
No, you're right. You're right. But that's just that Negro mentality.
It really is.
$100.
But anyway, I didn't go to that, and I didn't go to Bow Wow's birthday party, even though I texted him, "Happy birthday, Bow Wow." He turned 30. I can't believe Bow Wow's 30 years old.
Bow Wow finally turned 30?
He's actually a grown man now.
You know his name is Shad
Chad
Moss.
Moss.
Yeah. So he doesn't go by Bow Wow.
That nigga is always gonna be Bow Wow, Mr. 106 apart to me.
I know. It's true. Listen, be careful how you introduce yourself to the world, people.
That's true.
We were in a meeting last week with the team
They'll never let you forget it.
Talking about content ideas, and I said we should do a show because we do Hot or Not on Hollywood Unlocked. Maybe we can do Bow or Wow.
Whoever put
with
EJ
Shad
Johnson
Moss.
as Hot or Not
But listen. Listen. Tell me this is a good idea.
Guys are
Okay.
fucked
He's so
up.
excited.
When it comes to music, hosted by Shad Moss, it's either Bow or Wow. Do you think he would do it?
No. I like Shad Moss on his little in what's his little undercover? Not undercover. I'm not gonna say it in the same way. NCIS shit. I like Shad Moss on that, but I ain't like Bow Wow since he was riding clean through Old Town, riding his Rams down.
I don't
Okay, well that was my weekend recap. Melissa, what did you do?
Well, I started working out with my trainer who has moved here from New York because he's over the bullshit like
Which
I am.
trainer is that?
His name's Curtis Williams.
I know exactly who
He
that
dark
is.
skin?
Yeah. No, he's
Tall, brown skin, Nike, or Under Armour.
ambassador.
Tall, nice abs,
tatted,
big lips.
My God.
Okay, nigga, damn.
Yeah, no, he
Sound like
knows,
y'all got
I think I've heard of him a couple
he
times.
knows exactly who Curtis is.
Is he more in shape than David?
It's a different.
Actually, he's in better shape than David. He's in better shape than David. He can do things that David could never do.
You've seen both their bodies up close.
And so hold on one second. Let me rephrase that, okay?
No, because I don't even think there's a level of redemption after last show where you called me David. I felt offended. As long as I've known you, I can't believe another man's name would roll off your
Freudian
mouth.
fucking slip,
Yeah,
okay?
So go ahead.
I never saw you blush before.
I had rouge on my cheeks. All
Yeah,
right.
roofie on your cheeks. What?
Shut the rouge.
Maybe a Moulin Rouge, but I don't know about no rouge.
So he's in better
Anyway,
shape.
so no, he just if you could look at his Instagram and see like the physical feats that this guy he does. I don't know. He's like he's another level of human. Anyways, I started working out with him again. And still icing my ass from the snowboarding, fractured tailbone situation. Yeah, I think it's a stress fracture. I think I got a stress fracture. It just, first time snowboarding, I wiped out like 10 times. So that's just what it is. And then I tried oil pulling for the first time. I have a very exciting fucking
Oil pulling?
Oil pulling. So I've been studying, holistic methods of just health and wellness and stuff like that. And there's this thing called oil pulling where you swoosh oil inside of your mouth, like sunflower oil, coconut oil for like 20 minutes. And it's supposed to improve your oral health care, and it's supposed to remove toxins from your body, and it's supposed to whiten your teeth, et cetera, et cetera. So I just wanted to try it out.
Is it like Exxon?
Coconut oil.
Oh, okay.
I can use
Coconut
like
oil
melted coconut oil?
Well, you don't even have to melt it because once it's in your mouth, it melts.
That's what he said.
Exactly.
You don't swallow it though.
No, you swoosh it around for about 20 minutes.
Are you being serious or
I'm
sexual?
very fucking serious.
That makes you serious or sexual?
I'm serious. Okay, I'm gonna try that.
Try it out.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to do it on
Can
an
we
empty
film you
stomach.
swooshing?
No, you can't film me shit.
Just
We
film
want to see your.
yourself.
We want to see your oral action.
Hey man, listen, you can. Never mind. Okay, well I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
So I had a whole debate last night with a bunch of gay boys about you, and no. In particular, the conversation we had on here about taking a shower in front of a gay boy.
Oh, we had a lot of good comments on YouTube from our viewers about that. Continue on, progress on.
Your viewers?
Wow.
Let the audience know how you really feel. They're your viewers.
GD, nigga.
So yeah, there was like 4 gay boys, and I just threw it out there. I was like, yeah, on our show, I can't say their names because they were offended that I even called them gay. But anyway, okay, cool. All right, so what did you do?
My weekend recap, man.
Oh, wait, what was this consensus?
Well, if I say the consensus, I'll have to put all their names out, and there was a consensus that they didn't like me talking about them on the show.
Oh.
I already know. Okay.
Okay.
Moving on, my weekend
Never
recap.
mind Because we don't out people.
Yeah,
here.
we don't. I
was surprised the gay ones was out. I wasn't out. I'm like, y'all not out. Okay.
Oh, they out.
Well, my
listen.
bad.
All right, it's on me now, Jason. Shit.
Yeah, we want you to talk to your viewers.
Shout out to Jackie Christie for hitting me up, telling me to come to her 50 Shades of Darker party last night. I went to in Culver City at the Culver Hotel. I went, me and my girl, of course, and they was taping the new season of Basketball Wives.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 minutes of us walking up, it was a fight going on. And
So Evelyn Lozada is back on the show.
Evelyn Lozada is back.
Was
on
she
the
there
show.
last night?
Yes, and she looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Tammy, that's my girl's
She's
favorite.
married to money.
She's
Tammy's
married to money. I believe
Did she
it.
get
I mean,
married?
not Tammy. Evelyn.
Evelyn, she got married?
She's either married or engaged.
Okay,
matter.
to the
She's with
baseball
child.
player.
She's with child, right?
Right.
Okay.
No, she had it.
Yeah, she
Oh,
had
with
it.
child means you still have it in you?
Yes.
She got a child with her. She with child.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. I went in there was a lot of it was a lot of shit going on up in there. It
A
was
lot of naked,
Sunday.
half naked.
What's her name?
Sunday
Carter.
Carter.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday Carter was in there. I didn't know it was Sunday Carter until just this morning when I seen it all over. But she was in there ass naked. She was butt naked with a chicken string or with just a chicken wing on. Like, it was crazy. There was a lot of dominatrix shit going there. Like,
So is Sunday back on the show?
I don't know. I don't remember. She wasn't in the group. It's a lot of new chicks on there too that I don't even know. Never seen before. Tammy she was very poised, cool, calm, collected, smoking that cigarette, trying to calm down Jackie. It was good. Shout out to Jackie. She said she wanted to come on. She's gonna come up here and bring us some of her cognac.
Yeah, well, we've already interviewed her. So
Yeah, well, she's gonna send a rep tomorrow. She said.
Well, I reached out to Shani O'Neill, who agreed to do our show next week. So I'm hoping that we can get her in because it seems like everybody wants to come next week. So
That's who wasn't there.
well, she's the EP. She's always there.
Well, I didn't see her.
She's the boss.
I know that's right. Well, that was
She in the wings away from the bullshit is where
Now,
she's at.
it was Malaysia there.
Malaysia was there.
So is she back on the show?
Well,
It's
she was in
looking
the
like
cameras.
he's telling everybody
Yeah.
who the new cast is,
Right.
or who the next season's cast is.
Did they make this shit official? Did they announce this shit to the public yet?
Probably not, but
we
here's
just did.
yeah, exactly.
Well, hopefully by the time
Exclusive
this shit
here on
come out-
Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. You now know the upcoming cast of Basketball Wives new season.
And I'm sure that NDA that you signed saying you wouldn't say anything
Oh,
doesn't mean
fuck,
anything.
Jason, man. Hey, edit this, all that shit.
Unfortunately, my camera guys
unfortunately,
don't do
we're
that.
live.
They already
We're
made
live.
the announcement that who was on the show.
I didn't see that. But anyway, okay, great. So you had a good time?
Yeah, man. Oh, then I went to Barry's.
You seem so excited about
Yeah,
that.
but they didn't up that lobster pizza to $72
For one pizza?
for the large.
It's $72
It was
now.
we ordered pizza, a $6 French bread roll, and bread roll and 2 Sprites, $72.
Okay, but the Sprites are probably 15 each, so that's 30. And then the bread is probably 20.
No, the bread was $6. He told us. The Sprite, yeah, they did up that shit. I was highly upturd.
I haven't.
That's not a word.
Upturd?
I didn't want to say.
Okay, Google is your friend for all of you trying to find those things that you believe exist somewhere in the universe. And so we just Google upturb. Now,
I didn't say it like that.
Wait. First, we spelled it UPTERB. Nothing found.
No,
upturd.
upturd. No.
Upturd. Okay.
So
Did you find something?
because this is my lane.
It's a turd up the ass.
Hold on. Hold that thought.
Okay, hold that turd.
So I spelled upturd, UPTERD. Up came morewords.com. Upturd, not found. No words in this word list. So it is not technically a word. However, I spelled it differently and went UPTURD and found it in the Urban Dictionary, which this guy is, when you hold back an impending crap long and hard enough that it actually creeps back upwards, buying you a little more time before either making it to the bathroom or shitting your pants.
That shit sounds so Ivy League college to me, though.
And so how did upturd apply to this conversation that we were having
Because
a
he
minute
was
ago?
trying to say that he was, I'm assuming, perplexed. Yeah. Okay? But instead
Nah,
he
fuck
says
that. We're not giving you that.
he was, his shit crept back up his ass.
I'm about to stop trying using these words, man. I'll be at home in the thesaurus, the dictionary, trying to get on
You
this
do
level.
not. You do not be at home at a
Yes, sir.
thesaurus. I don't even go to the thesaurus.
I live on this.
Forget I write, so yeah, I'll be in there.
I live on
Do you really?
thesaurus.com.
Yeah, I write skits and
And
comedies.
so, did you find upturd in there?
Man, I could have
No, he
sworn I
made
heard
that
that
shit
shit
up.
before.
No, he made that shit up.
Anyway, enough about me. My weekend
Enough
was
about
whack.
the turd crawling back up in your ass.
Man,
All right, so let's talk about what's going on in the world.
that's just hilarious.
Everybody on the Northeast Coast, we feel your sorrows. Ugh, I hate snow. Well, I hate it when I don't need to deal with it. You know what I mean? Which is like on an
I wish it would
everyday
come just for
basis.
Christmas and didn't leave.
No, it should never come to LA. I would move out of. I will find a state where there is no snow, like Miami. I mean, I want to. I'm traveling this weekend, so I've decided Mexico or Hawaii. It looks like we can't go to Mexico because there's a travel warning. But
Why? What's going on?
Because we're feuding with the Mexicans.
Oh.
So there's a travel warning. So then I'm thinking maybe Hawaii. But anyway, I can't. I wanted to go to New York because I haven't been to the East Coast in a minute.
There's a lot of flying cockroaches in Hawaii. Just thought I'd mention that.
Oh, I've been to Hawaii many times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, New
I
York
don't stay
is...
at places where there are any type of roaches,
Yeah.
by the way.
No, they fly. No,
No,
New
but
York...
they ain't gonna fly to where I'm staying. If I pay $2.99 a night where I stay, there better not be a roach.
Okay. Well, New York is not the place to go right now. Neither is DC, Boston, Chicago, all kinds of shit in the Northeast because of the snowstorm. Damn. Connecticut, ew.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, I gotta
Anyway,
go
I
back to
couldn't-
Chicago next month.
Everybody was hitting me up. I was just like, yeah, it's like 93 here.
It was so hot yesterday. I had a TMT sweater on and was dying because when I left the house, it was cool. And I thought, I'd be comfortable with a TMT sweatsuit on. Yeah, by 1 o'clock, I was on fire.
Well, thanks for screenshotting me in the car hot because I was really hot.
That was
no,
hilarious.
it
It was Gio and his taco meat.
so people are like wondering what we're talking about. So
Sexy.
Gio was on Insta story laying flat with his taco meat all over his chest. So that screenshot I put it in the group chat. One of my writers was like, "Is he okay? They thought you died." And then she wanted to check out if you were alive before she went in. And then once I said you're alive, there were a lot of comments in another chat.
Why would they think I'm in a car with a cap on with my shirt off with the seatbelt on?
Because you look like you look like a victim from the next 48, the last 48.
Because it was hot as fuck. And I had my girl with rubbing nipples on my chest. Rubbing ice on my chest.
She was rubbing your nipples.
That was ice on my
On your
nipples.
nipples.
Yeah.
You guys are freaks.
So you come on.
I'm
you
not
already
gonna
know.
say. Listen, I'm no more jabs at Gio. If
Y'all ain't jabbing?
No, I mean, that's
We
a
just
good
talking.
thing.
Yeah.
right,
Listen,
what
I ain't
else
got shit going on in my life except icing my fucking the crack of my ass and oil
I'm
pulling.
gonna let you slide today, but go ahead. What else is going on? David,
Okay.
what else is David? Melissa, what else?
You're
is
funny.
next?
You're funny. You're funny. Okay. He told me that you sent him the clip too, you fucking asshole.
Glad to see you guys are still talking.
Why wouldn't we be?
Oh.
We're just friends.
Move on to the next subject, unless we want to make this.
Okay,
a tie.
anyways, so honorable mentions. Tyra Banks is taking over for Nick Cannon on America's Got Talent. He tweeted his support of her, and she, kisses back.
Listen, we had 3 brothers that was up for that. 2 of them that's up and coming. Tone Bell and Michael Knight. I forget his name. But you gonna out all that, you're just gonna go right with Tyra.
Well, let me play devil's
That shit
advocate.
ain't gonna last.
First of all, Tyra Banks owes me money. Did I tell you guys about that?
No.
There was a moment years ago at the ATL movie premiere, and Evan Ross walked me up to Tyra Banks, introduced me, and I said to her, "You need to put guys on America's Top Model." She said, "Tell me how many male supermodels you know. I'll wait."
Oh shit!
And I was like, Tyson Beckford. She was like, "Exactly. It don't work. This is a women's industry." Then years later, what did she do? She
Cult
put
cycle.
men on the damn show. So I need my motherfucking check, Tyra.
That's
okay.
so fucked
Anyway, Tyra needs to go back to America's Top Model and own that because Rita Ora's hosting.
She's not
now.
doing bad, Rita Ortiz.
She's not.
Did you
Not
call
Rita,
her Rita Ortiz?
What's her name? I'm sorry. What's her name?
Rita
What's her name?
Ora.
Rita Ora.
Okay.
Keep your fucking mouth.
Who is
closed.
Rita Ortiz?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Are you talking about
I
the
think
lady
she-
at the taco truck?
No.
I'm talking about
Rita Ora. She's not doing that bad of a job.
My bad. That was an upturb.
No.
Okay, so I feel like Tyra Banks hosting a show, a variety show.
Yeah, you gotta have funk. You gotta have comedic timing. You gotta have
Don't-
personality.
Don't forget the last job Tyra had. She was the host of that daytime show that she executive produced and then quit mid-season because she wanted to go in a different direction. You remember that?
Yes.
What was that show
It was
called?
a talk show for her.
Wasn't it
A
Tyra?
talk show. No. Her name wasn't on it. But
My bad.
She was the host. It was the Asian guy who's into fashion, the black girl. The show's just gone now because
No.
it got canceled after she quit.
I'm
No.
sorry, man. I know Nick Cannon's a little corny, but he works for America's Got Talent. He was perfect for it. And I know they had their situation.
I agree.
Tyra Banks,
Who do you think would have been a good replacement?
probably this dude named Giovanni Watson or
Well, I mean, I think they were looking for a no name, but you would have been a good you would have been a good social media correspondent.
No. I think Marlon Wayans would have been good.
Marlon would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marlon would have been great. But I think he's doing his own variety show though.
Yeah. I just think they should just went with a straight new face. The way they did Ryan Seacrest when he first came out.
What about Ryan Seacrest?
They can't afford a Ryan Seacrest.
That's true.
That's true. They can't afford him.
Okay. What else is going on in the news?
So Auntie Fee was reported to have died, but she actually had.
Y'all, they need to stop killing these black
I
people.
know, it's some bullshit.
TMZ killed Auntie Fee yesterday. They put out a story that she had a heart attack and died. And then the family was scrambling, putting out little messages on Facebook saying, please pass the word around. She's not dead yet. But apparently she is in a coma.
Critical condition. Yeah.
She was just on Worldstar TV that same day.
Filming?
Well, it aired that same day.
Yeah, hopefully
And
she
then later-
wasn't
yeah.
that same day.
Oh, that's
And what's
crazy.
ironic is the owner of Worldstar died of a heart attack.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And that's why I decided, look, I went yesterday, I stopped midday, went and got me a massage. Then I decided this weekend I'm going to Hawaii or Mexico to just
Alleviate stress from your life.
yeah, because I am a tense motherfucker like all day long about business. And and sometimes you just have to know when it's time to check out before you have to check out.
You do.
That was deep.
You
That
do.
was deep.
You should get
For
into.
real.
You should get yourself involved in a TV series, like watching. Like that's how people relieve stress, like through binge
You
watching
should watch
television
Chicago
series.
Fire, bro.
Oh, hilarious.
I didn't get the role, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all
I
right.
really would
Well,
have
then
loved to have
we're
seen
definitely
you
not
on
watching.
that.
Now that you didn't get the show, we're not watching.
No, I
all right.
watch it religiously.
It's an emotional roller coaster.
I
I think that
watch
would be
it.
good for you.
Well, I do watch Scandal, but the thing about it is I cannot watch anything or do anything now without thinking about work. I'm obsessed with work.
There's got to be something that
In
you
Japan, was I not talking about work the whole time?
can constantly.
The whole time. Mm-hmm. I just had to do a 48-page presentation in 3 days. I spent the whole 3 days, every day, all day, looking at the presentation.
you want it bad, brother.
I want. You
That's-
know what?
that's what
I
it
will
is.
tell you the difference between wanting it and the difference between really, really wanting it is when you're consumed by it. Whatever it is. Because when you think about like a Beyonce and performing or whatever, you have to be so consumed. I've never been consumed with anything like I am right now.
That's good.
But it's
Keep
not
that
healthy
focus.
though.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta know how to cut that mind off. Like I don't get to bed till about 7 a.m. because I just can't cut my mind off. I'm always thinking about how to be a better father, a better boyfriend, a better friend. Better
sometimes-
business.
I feel like it's the equivalent of having a very young child. Like you're basically a baby. That's what your business is. You've decided that your child that you're going to devote all your energy to is your business. So right now it's in its infancy or really early childhood stage,
a good
and that
comparison.
requires 24-hour care.
Dang, that was
You can't
deep.
turn your head away from it for a second.
Dang, that was
But
deep.
I've had to tell a friend this the other day, and I think for everybody watching who's following their passion about whatever that passion is, like you have to remember the serenity prayer all day, every day, because you have to accept what you can't change. And you have to build up the courage to improve or change what you can. Like there's so much happening every day with not just the business, but I work in the digital world. So every day things are changing. New rules and regulations come down, restrict you from doing this or that. But and then pitching people your thing, and it's sort of like auditioning. Yesterday I ran into Megan Good at the Star Show, and she was with her acting coach and Devon Franklin. And I said to Megan, I said, I'm thinking of acting. And I said it as a joke because I text Latifah the same thing. But when I think about like how I'm evolving and wanting to continue to be creative, like I need to find another space outside of digital to be creative. So I said, I'm thinking of acting. And Megan said, really? She said, you should. And I told her, I said, I just got offered this part in a movie with Martin Lawrence, but it's acting myself. So I said, I'm going to do that and just have as much fun with that as I can and see what happens. Because you
Go
never
for it, man.
know.
It's nothing like becoming another person, bringing another person to life. That's why I love acting.
I'm going to play a gay role.
No, you should play a straight role.
Oh my God. Could you imagine me
Try-
and Rita Ortiz?
Act straight right now. And
No.
action.
If I'm going to act, I need to get a check.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
How about that?
Well, you need to practice.
Talk to my agent. I have a meeting with UTA next week.
Hey, okay.
Hey,
All right.
UTA.
Moving
Hello.
on, Miss Ford. What else?
Not to be confused with UTI.
urinary tract
Had those
infection, guys.
before. They're overrated. First of all, the difference between the UTI and the other drip drop
Drip drop.
is a UTI just burns, but ain't nothing coming out. But when that shit get to green and yellowing,
Okay.
better call Tyrone
Okay.
and Luke and Mike and whoever else you had said.
Oh God, that's disgusting. Okay, anyways.
We've talked about chlamydia on the show.
Yeah, yes, you both have talked about chlamydia. Yes. Anyway.
Now that's an upturd. When you find out you got chlamydia and don't know who gave it to you.
Jason, you need to get it right. It's upturd.
Oh, upturd.
Okay.
Sorry.
Upturd.
If I'm going to use a word, I better use the word properly.
Exactly.
Now, is it a vowel? Is it a noun, a verb, a pronoun?
I
It's
feel
a
like
vowel. IOEFU, nigga. Let's move on.
It's a
No.
nigga verb.
It's not
It's a nigga verb.
Did you just call it a vowel?
I said it's a vowel. IOEFU. You didn't get that.
Okay,
Oh,
oh.
come on now, chitty chitty.
First
I
off,
didn't even hear that shit.
IOEF. You
I
just
did not
threw
say that.
all of-
IEOFU.
It's AEIOU.
Look, it's what the hell? Go to
no,
hell.
if you're gonna say it, it's AEIFOU.
Okay, I'm gonna save them from themselves. Okay, you've seen Get Out,
Love it.
right? Okay, I haven't had a chance to see it. I want to go see it this weekend. I know.
Neither one of y'all. I bet you, Brian, have you seen it? A white boy seen it before our black people? That's a damn shame.
Okay, listen. We have too much white and black in this country. Okay, it has
All right,
nothing
you're
to
right.
do with that. I have a hard time going to physically see movies in movie theaters.
You know I don't like movies.
You don't have the fucking time or patience for that shit.
I don't.
I
The
could
last
watch.
time I went to a movie, I sat next to Melissa Ford,
And
who
you
sat next to Floyd
And
Mayweather,
you scream like a little pansy.
who scared the shit out of me in the middle of the movie and had me screaming like a bitch
It was-
in front of the whole money team. And then everybody looking at me and I'm like, nigga, y'all know I was playing.
That was hilarious.
Well, you
What
need to
movie
see
was
it.
that?
Shit, I don't remember.
You said what?
What movie was it? It was scary.
Oh, I don't know.
It was something
I
that just
think
came out.
I was there in spirit, so I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Anyways,
ahead.
I am committed to going to see Get Out, but it is Jordan Peele. It was his debut as a writer-director, and it's grossed over $100 million. First time ever.
Congratulations,
First time ever for
brothers.
a black writer-director to
So
gross.
does that mean he's rich?
He's been rich before
yeah,
this.
no, he was-
Is he rich now?
Oh yeah,
He's wealthy. He's
Really?
wealthy now.
and he's going to get the power to. They're going to greenlight pretty much whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants. I mean, have you ever seen Key and Peele? Like
No,
they're.
never.
Oh my
to do. It's
God.
the Chappelle Show killer, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, no, I'm not going to do a comparison between the two because I think that they would, if they teamed up, it would be out of the park.
Unstoppable. Well, I'll say
It
this.
would be unstoppable. It
Now
would be
that-
amazing.
that
Well, Dave Chappelle
stopped-
has his own
Yeah,
deal
since
now.
He has his own
Chappelle
lane.
stopped, it is. But if Chappelle had been keep going, there would be no Key and Peele.
I don't think so. I think that they're completely different.
They're both amazing. Anyway,
They're hysterical. I love their
love the
sketch
show.
comedy.
Me
I
too.
do. They are fucking hilarious. Did you see Keanu, the movie that they
I
did?
did. Which was
They'd adopted a kitten and then the kitten got stolen by like gangbangers or something.
whole-
It was
he don't
hilarious.
watch movies.
No,
So
I know. It
what
was
I'll do
hilarious.
is I will commit to watching one episode because I can watch House of Cards. Like on the way to Japan, I watched the entire season four of House of Cards.
But yet he hasn't seen season 2 or season 3.
because that show is so shady and devious and manipulative. And
It's
good.
Yeah.
Something that reminds
it's
you-
right
It
in line
reminds
with
me
the
of
current
myself.
administration.
And I'm like, oh shit, I should be on that show.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's right in line with the current administration.
And he's gay and everything. The president is bisexual.
Yes.
How you doing?
Yeah, he is. Well, I mean, Kevin Spacey's gay in real life.
What?
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No,
Get
he's
outta
not.
here.
He's married.
No,
That
he's
don't
not.
mean a damn thing.
Kevin Spacey is not gay.
Yes, he is.
Who told you that?
Who told you that?
Google. While she's Googling, can I just say something? What if we found out that Barack Obama was involved in a gay
I knew
relationship?
you was about to say. We don't play about President
Yeah,
Barack Obama.
we can't disrespect him.
We don't.
Because the only feeling I would have would be just upset that I didn't have a shot.
I knew you was about to say that. Yeah, we can't play with President.
Get out
Barack.
of the gay mind, Giovanni.
Listen, but Get Out is really good. It's a lot of subliminals in that movie too. Jordan said you have to watch the movie about 3 or 4 times to pick up every little innuendo that's in the film regarding slavery and racism. It's just really good.
While she Googles it, I have to make a mention really quick. So my writer, Crystal in Atlanta, she doesn't get out much, but now that she has business cards, she's going to be everywhere. She went out and to an event, a performance with the singer Music Soul Child. You know who that is, right?
Of course.
And he has the...
I know.
he was the Fetty Wap
I knew
before
he was
Fetty
about
Wap,
to
right?
say
He was
that.
never the Fetty Wap. He was. I love Music Soul
That
Child.
nigga's,
I love
that
you,
nigga's
Music Soul
cockeyed
Child.
shit is so fucked up that...
He used to wear
But
sunglasses
wait,
a lot.
let's say this too. Rest in peace. Aaliyah
Word.
had an eye problem too.
No, Aaliyah was beautiful
She
in
was,
person.
but
and
that's why she
hold
always
on,
wore the
hold
bang
on.
over her
Can I-
eye.
hold
She
on,
had an
hold on.
eye
Stop.
problem.
She had a
Wait. I met.
lazy
Did you
eye.
met Aaliyah? You met Aaliyah.
Yes.
I've met Aaliyah twice. I remember the first thing I said to Aaliyah when I met her because I had been drinking St. Ides on the way to the party or Cisco, one of those ratchet ass drinks. I said to her 3 questions. Are you married to R. Kelly? Are you really 18 years old? And is your hair real? And do you have a fake eye? And she pulled her hair back and showed me her eyes. She didn't look cockeyed to me.
Okay.
It was kind of dark though, but that was the first time.
It's not that it's not cockeyed. It is a slight lazy eye.
No, but music is looking left and right at the same damn time. Okay. And so let me just tell you what he did. So back to my story. He is an
extremely lazy eye.
Back to my story. Crystal was interviewing him, and he went off on her. And everybody around him went off on her in the middle of the interview because she called him Music Soul Child.
Oh, he's a rapper now.
He only wants to be.
He's a rapper.
He's a rapper now.
Whose name is Hustle.
And I heard the song.
No.
I heard it. Yeah.
And so she went there fully prepared, having done research on Music Soul Child. But Music Soul Child didn't come. Hustle did.
He's a rapper and I heard the song too. Straight up garbage.
Yeah, so I will just say that like I was a fan of Music Soul Child before he was rude to my writer, and now I'm not. So we looking for a picture with you without your glasses, brother.
Yo, it's out there. You know, shit.
I mean,
why do singers do that? Why do they start off as a singer? Now they want to rap. Lloyd did the same thing. He came up with this rap. Like,
I think Beyonce can be Sasha Fierce, but when she does an interview, she's still gonna be Beyonce.
Chris Brown is the only ones that I really accept. Like sing and rap, and the brother's dope at both.
I'm at a loss for words
I know,
right
Music
now.
Soul Child.
Oh, I'm gonna show you at break, and then you're gonna be like, for real. But anyway, okay.
I don't know if I can handle
what
that.
did you look up? I'm sorry.
Okay, so here's the sitch with Kevin Spacey. He's never officially come out, but the gay rumors have plagued him forever. And that scene in House of Cards, there's a scene where him and his wife basically get it on with one of his Secret Service guys. Did nothing to, quell the rumors that he's gay. And at one point, Andy Cohen kind of outs him in his memoir.
Really?
Yeah. So
It said that they had an affair?
He's not married. He's not married.
Kevin Spacey, how you doing?
The rumor,
Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's one of my favorite actors ever.
What would you say
in life?
What would you say if you woke up one day to a Google alert of me on the red carpet with Kevin Spacey?
How they do it?
I would have a shirt on that said, "Nigga, we made it."
Alrighty then. So we can't go an episode without talking about Trump, unfortunately. We're part of the fucking problem, I think.
No, I think we are shedding light on the problem, and I think that we're giving a voice to our community and our followers that are growing every single day, thousands of people that are listening to us now. We are being responsible because there is so much crap out there right now with what's fact and not fact. I mean, Trump is like a kid loose in a crack house.
Yeah, no, he's definitely got massive impulse control. And again, when will people take his Twitter account away from him? Because he just proves time and time again what a fucktard he is.
You can't control it. That's your president, man. You got to just listen to what he says.
Well, and the devastation.
I'm Canadian.
The devastation of the Trump followers and supporters who voted for him were like, he's letting us down. He's not keeping his promise. No, he told you he was going to be crazy. He told you I'm going to do a bunch of crazy shit as soon as I get in. And he didn't waste any time.
Right away.
Nope.
So what does he do? What did he do? Tell everybody what he did now.
Okay, so he has turned his ire on Snoop Dogg and basically said that Snoop Dogg's career is failing in response to a song that Snoop Dogg was featured on, where he is aiming a gun at a clown that basically depicts Trump. Yeah. So the tweet that he'd sent out was, "Can you imagine what the outcry would be if at Snoop Dogg, failing career and all, had aimed and fired the gun at President Obama? Jail time." He wouldn't have done that to Obama because, the list of reasons is just too extensive to even go over.
I'm going to take a leap and say that that's a little racist to me. And this is the way I look at it. Like, you wouldn't do that to him because he's black. Is that why he's saying he wouldn't do it? Because I don't think Barack Obama was black, but he was an amazing fucking president.
Yeah.
And honestly, I ain't going to lie. He's still my president.
Still my president.
Because it's just like when I left the first foster home and went to the second foster home and then went home.
The first one was still yours.
Actually, no, that was Trump. It was reversed.
Oh, okay.
Because they beat us for like breaking their VHS. But anyway, remember VHS?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
I miss Barack Obama the way I miss VHS.
Trump is obsessed with Barack Obama. Like, he's
Wants to be him.
obsessed with him.
Because the world is still obsessed with Barack Obama. The world was a safer, sounder place with Barack Obama. Our economy, everything was just
now I know, this is what it feels like when somebody just can't keep their name out of your mouth. Like, when you hear somebody just fucking talking about you all the time and you just want to be like, can you keep my name out your motherfucking mouth? Mm-hmm. We don't have any business with each other. I told you, you go do you. I told everybody, it's amicable and it's good, but you can't keep my name out your mouth.
I ran into somebody yesterday who's a new cast member of Love and Hip Hop, and they said, if you come back, they're gonna set it up where we have problems. I said, yeah, just keep my name out your motherfucking mouth.
Exactly. Obama, please tweet. Can you keep my name out your mouth?
Wait, if Barack Obama,
God, I would retweet that 100 times.
If Barack Obama tweeted, "Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth," I'm gonna tell you right now, I personally am signing the people up to get his ass back in office.
Keep your name out my motherfucking mouth.
But you know what? It's like, I don't think we've ever had a president just like go out and attack. Even when the Dixie Chicks got into it with Bush. Mm-hmm. He didn't attack them, right?
No,
like, I just feel like there's a certain level of decorum for the president, the office of the president. I just feel like he's fuck it all.
He's staying in the White House.
He responds to everything, every perceived slight.
Well, he doesn't respond to requests to see all of his tax returns, although Rachel Maddow somehow got a copy of them. One year where he paid $38 million on income, he only claimed to have made $150,000.
No, $150 million.
Yeah, I saw that, but on The View it said 150.
Yeah,
it did say 150,000.
There's a lot of speculation as to how those pages. It was only 2 pages of those tax returns, and there's a lot of speculation that he's behind the leak. Nothing. This guy used to call up publications.
Thought you were about to say Puffy.
No, publications and leak information on himself. It's a well-known fact. While he was like out and about in New York City.
Well, even if he did leak it, back to the whole Snoop Dogg thing. Snoop Dogg. First of all, he's had a successful career, and he's still successful. He's on a hit show with Martha Stewart.
He's touring all over the place.
He tours the world.
He's got a channel here at Dash.
He has a channel, a whole digital channel on his own. He has a whole compound for creating content. Like, Snoop is good. His kids are both doing well. Well, 3 kids are both doing well. I mean, I don't know. He's in a successful marriage.
Yo, let me tell you something. So I have a story about Snoop, right?
You saw him naked?
No. Oh. No. I love Snoop. I swear to God. So one time I was coming into LA. This is when I still lived in New York, and his bodyguard, Adam. Adam is one of Floyd's guards right now. So he came and picked me up from the airport, and I was like, okay, great. I'm gonna go to the hotel. He was like, yo, dog wants to see you. I was like, okay, yeah, I guess we'll slide by the studio before I go to my hotel. I literally we got on the street, and you could smell the weed in the car, on the street. Studio was down the block. Get into the studio, and it's just like, red light and just like a maze of, different offices and booths and whatnot and stuff like that. And then I end up in the room, and he's there, and a bunch of the guys are there. And the more that the guys are talking, I'm realizing that these are the people that are on his skits and stuff like that. In the corner, there's 3 chicks with records on their laps, rolling blunts. That was their gig all day long, to just roll blunts. I was fascinated with the whole situation.
Listen, blunt rolling is a skill. I remember one time I was hanging out with 5 people and nobody could roll a blunt. Now, I don't smoke and I don't roll, but how the hell have all these weed heads in the room, but nobody rolls?
I had to learn how.
I know how to roll.
I definitely had to learn how.
And how about this? It was a girl that walked up and took the motherfucking blunt and rolled that motherfucker.
Girls are the
she
best
was
rollers.
licking it and sucking it and just twisting it. And I'm like, this is a skill.
I'm pretty good at blunt rolling, I must say.
We'll put that to the test.
Congratulations goes out to Janet Jackson, whose 31-year-old daughter has surfaced. Did you see a picture of it? It looks more like Faison's daughter.
Oh, shit. Yo.
Okay, yeah. So Janet Jackson's daughter, this mythical,
unicorn.
I knew you. Fuck, man.
You did.
I was not.
Gio, this love fest you trying to create with me, Gio, you and I will never be an item. Stop acting like we have this extreme compatibility. I'm sorry. I'm not with the gay shit.
Fuck you, man.
While I'm at work, okay?
Anyway, go ahead, man.
Oh my God. Okay, so there has been this rumor that Janet Jackson had a secret child, a daughter, with her first husband, Renee. No,
Renee.
Renee, yeah, exactly. Renee Elizondo. That was his name.
Wait, is she saying she's Renee's daughter?
Yes. She says that she is the product of those 2.
Oh, I thought it was the barge.
Wait.
I thought it was the barge.
No, this is DeBarge's daughter, allegedly.
Okay, well, either way, she don't look like Nary, none of them.
Because the Jacksons have very strong features, and she ain't got no Jackson features.
Is she mentally ill?
You know who she looks like? She looks a little bit like Sherry Shepherd.
Oh,
Sherry called me last night. We're friends now. I'm not going there. She don't look like Sherry. You know who she looks like?
Who?
She looks like the girl from a different world with a thyroid problem.
Kim. No.
Yes, Kim.
Was that her name, Kim,
Yes,
on the show?
yes.
Okay. I don't know her name, like her
But
real name.
either way, this woman is trying it.
Yeah. She needs more people.
There's like
looking
thousands.
like Freddie Jackson.
I need. Those are some of the comments on Hollywood Unlocked.
Word up.
DNA test is definitely what's gonna
First of all,
be required
Janet
for-
Jackson ain't giving this thing a paternity or maternity test.
You better find
Janet
her.
Jackson's daughter.
You better find her toothbrush, her hairbrush, something to get some DNA off of it.
She looked like she was on an episode of Cops.
Okay, we're just gonna move right along.
She looked like her name is thyroid hypertension.
You remember Propecia?
No,
You don't remember Propecia the crackhead?
no,
Suck a little dick, smoke a little crack?
I don't know many crackheads.
Okay, it was a viral person. She was a real crackhead. But anyway, go ahead.
God, I am so.
She looked like
He still roasted her.
she looked like the outcome of the Remy Ma Nicki Minaj beef.
Oh, that's hilarious.
She looked like where's the beef? I don't know. There's a lot going on with her.
That's crazy.
No, what's crazy is this picture I got of her on Hollywood Unlocked. Anyway, go to Hollywood Unlocked and see it.
I saw it, and it's.
Shout out to Janet Jackson.
She don't look like Janet. She don't look like any part of the DeBarge family. She
needs
look like
some cruise control.
she.
Was it cruise control? What was this song? Control.
I don't. Yeah, no. She needs more people because she definitely. Is there anybody in the comments who said, "Yeah, this is
There
this
are
is
thousands
plausible?
of comments where people are like, "Get the fuck out here." There is a comment that
Someone
there are
said-
a lot of comments that say, "This is Freddie Jackson's daughter." Well, what they say?
More like Randy Jackson.
Just if you read some of the comments, you know what I love about Hollywood Unlocked? When we go on the Instagram or on Facebook, and we have about, I don't know, close to 500,000 total followers now. When we post, we just live for the comments. Like, we don't give a fuck per se about what we post other than what people are going to say about it. So if you are listening to this, go to Hollywood Unlocked, just find everything that moves you to comment.
Somebody said the power of Christ repels thee.
Man.
There's some creative ass reads.
Oh, I saw in the comments T-Tenders tried to come for you guys.
Oh, because when we did interviewed Alexis Sky?
No, because of the stripper with the fallen ass implants or something like that.
They said we stole it.
I think so. I don't
They
know
said-
if that was
listen,
you. That might have been Alyssa.
Listen, Fameless calls the shade room the thief room.
Yeah.
T-Tenders goes on our shit and says we steal stuff. We all talk about the same people.
shit.
We
Right.
just have a different perspective than other people. We try to be humorous. We try to, because I feel like during the day, people are at work, you're dealing with stress. People want to laugh. So my rule is every, few post something really funny,
Yeah.
and if we find it, wherever we find it. But if we find it on somebody's page and it's a proper...
Give it credit.
We give it credit.
Yeah.
We're one of the few people that tag almost everybody.
Yeah.
But everything ain't taggable.
You guys are really humorous because there's a lot of effed up stuff happening in the world, and there's a lot of like mothers really kind of, I don't know, just treating their offspring like some trash. Like there was the woman that was in a grocery store with her toddler, walks in with the toddler, leaves on her own and leaves the toddler there.
Yeah.
Like she's been arrested since then, but like news reports, like somebody found the toddler wandering through.
And she said, leave her there.
She said, leave her there. And
Now,
Okay.
Parents don't
I
play.
ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna make a joke of that because we posted that on Hollywood Unlocked, but I was one of those kids that you would just take to a flea market and leave too. Because I always, and I was skinny then, but I used to always want to go to McDonald's. Be like, oh, there's a Happy Meal. I mean, I wanted to do something all the time. Go-karting, flea marketing. I was stealing.
Flea marketing.
Oh, we would go to the flea market because they had go-karts there.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine you as a kid. I can't imagine you as
You
a kid.
look like a kid when you used to dance when you eat McDonald's. Like you used to be so happy.
I used to I used to dance. I was a very ambitious kid. And when you start getting older, you start to think back like all the fun years seem like they're gone. Because there's a certain level of innocence as a kid. Like you can dance, play all day. There's no bills.
Run for
there's
no reason.
There's no expectation of doing anything but staying outside. That's all my mom used to say. Stay your ass outside.
It's a fucking pit bull.
Now I'm like, fuck, I'm going to my grandma's house. I go to my grandma's house. Get your ass outside. Fuck yeah. Go to my aunt's house. Get outside. Go outside. Like, what is that about going outside?
I don't know.
Get out
that
there
a black
play.
kid thing?
Kids don't get out. You know, I recently rewatched. You ever seen Radio Flyer? Radio Flyer is a great movie, but these little kids are just running all day, every day, playing outside. Kids don't play outside no more.
That's what I did with my dog yesterday at the park. I took her while I went to go work out.
See,
and
that-
I wanted to wear her ass out.
And
That's why parents are like, go outside so
And
you can
that's
wear
my-
your ass
and
out
that's my
and go
problem.
eat and go to bed.
I was treated like a dog as a child. I was told to go outside repeatedly. So I just started running the streets. Fuck it. You want me outside? And then I started running the streets. And then my mom would be like, you need to bring your ass home. So there is an age where you want the kids to stay outside, but then they transition to an age where you don't want them out too late and they need to come inside. Stop confusing kids. Let them live their motherfucking lives.
Well, I can't lie. You know, this story is really sad. I don't know if she's suffering from some kind of like mental illness or whatever the case is, because she really tried to leave her child.
Must be a badass little kid.
I'm just saying, like, didn't it kind of come to mind what black parents do? Like, you act up in a supermarket or something like that, your mother will look at you and be like,
I'ma leave
your ass right here if you don't settle down.
Well, guess what? I had a white mama, and she would be like, bring your little black fucking ass over here. And people would be like, he's mine. Bring your little black ass over here. I'd be like, bitch, you better stop talking like that up in this motherfucker.
I know. My mom's white too, so she never said those things. My father would say those things because
That's hilarious.
He was black as a motherfucker.
Shout out to our friend Tommy Lee from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, who's having a hard time right now with her storyline because people are not happy that she's fighting with her mom and like really like squaring off fighting, calling all kinds of bitches. Me and my mom had a rough relationship. I'm gonna just tell this quick story real quick. I'm gonna tell you, my mom was Italian, but she acted like she was a black woman. Until she was mad at my dad. Then she'd be like, I should have never had your black ass with your black ass daddy. Anyway, he was married. He was married. She shouldn't have had me with him, but that's another story. Thank God that I'm here and all the glory. One day I was hanging Christmas lights. Did I tell you the story about the time I was hanging Christmas lights in the kitchen and she called the police on me? So I had been in a group home. So when you're a group home, there's a difference between a 300 and a 601 or 602. Just for the legal purposes of people out there that are social workers and counselors that are going, oh, I know what that is. They're all happy right now because we don't have to talk about this shit. A 300 is when you're a dependent of the court, meaning you're a kid that your family can no longer take care of, so they put you in foster
So you
care.
become a ward of the state.
A ward of the state. Okay. A 601, 602 is when you're on probation and they have taken you away from your family because you're a risk to the community and they lock you up and put you in a different type of environment. I was at 300. I was a good kid. Not to say that kids are. Anyway, so I come home, 300. I ain't never been a 601 or 602. I ain't never been on probation. I had never been to juvenile hall. I'd been in group homes. I come home and we're fighting. And so I'm hanging up the lights in the kitchen window. We lived upstairs. And she tells me, you keep talking shit, I'm going to push your ass through the window. And I'm like, you're going to kill me? Like, who the fuck says that to their child, you know? So I said, and I ain't gonna lie, I was a bad kid. Bitch, you pushed me through this window and I'm gonna kill you. Now, if I go through the window, I'm gonna die. So clearly I'm not gonna kill you. So she comes and she hits me. I said, okay, you know what? Okay, I got you. You hit me again, I'm gonna call the police. So she calls the police and says, watch this. She tells them on 911, he just beat me. Please come and help me. He beat me. And then she hangs up the phone. So the police are coming. She's like, I'm sending your ass to juvenile hall. So I go in the closet and I say, okay, bitch, you want to play? I take a hanger and I scratch my arm and my face. And when the police come, I go, she hit me too. They had us both in handcuffs. Hold on. They had us both in handcuffs. And so they left the room. I said, bitch, you want to go to jail today? I was only like 16 years old. She was like, I fucking hate you. I said, you drop the charges? I'll drop the charges. She came back. She said, I'm not going to press any charges. I said, me neither. They took them handcuffs off. And when they left the house, she said, I'm going to kill your black ass. So I say all that to say, Tommy, I feel you, girl. We have
Merry
mama,
Christmas
son.
and Merry fucking Christmas.
Listen, I reached out to
Jesus.
Tommy, man. I had the same, like me and my mother didn't have a great relationship. Last time I talked to my mom, I called her every name in a book of
Damn.
life, dictionary, because she wasn't in my life, in and out of my life. And 3 days later, she died.
Oh.
Never got a chance to say, I love you, I'm sorry, nothing. Even didn't know she was in the ground till 3 days after. So when I saw Tommy last night, I texted her and I was like, yo, I really feel for you because this is some hard shit. And she replied and she was like, thank you. And, you know, I'm just really trying to show people like this is why I am the way I am. And, you know, so I really take my hat off to Tommy for being able to show
that.
the world that. That's crazy.
Takes a
I
level
love
of
Tommy.
vulnerability. And I will say when my mother was dying, because I knew she was ill and getting to there, I remember I went to visit her, and the one thing about that I had learned is that I had built up so much animosity that by the time she was dying, it was hard to say I love you. It was hard because I was just so like, you know, when you've hated somebody for a long time. And so I remember sending her some flowers, and the card said, these are long overdue. And so she felt good. And then I went to see her, and then I left, and I made sure we moved her to a hospital where my family was. Like, she was a director of nursing. So, but anyway, when she passed, we were able to make amends literally like the day before.
Wow.
Damn, you lucky.
We had made amends. You know, it was cool, but it was like, people want to be forgiven.
Yeah.
So I've learned, like, you can't, even though I don't, like, when I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you, but I try not to hold grudges.
Yeah.
Man,
'Cause
that's
that shit is
something
not
I would
healthy.
give any amount of money in the world to make amends before she passed, because that shit still haunt me to this day. So good for you, man.
Kudos to both of you. I mean, like, I don't have that same story with my mom. I just feel like my mom was really like, I feel like my mom observed me my whole life and never said anything to me. Like, I had to figure everything out. My father passed away when I was, 15 years old, and my mom was 26 when I was born. My dad was 47, and they'd been dating.
Mine about the same.
But they've been dating since my mom was legal, give or take. So he basically, kind of took her childhood, her best years away from her, and it's not like their marriage was like the best marriage. So, when he passed away, my mom was like, sorry to say, hot damn, and rediscovered those years that had been kind of taken from her. And I'm like, hi, hello, you have a 15, 16-year-old daughter. I still need to be raised and shit like that. And so I just felt like I was left up to my own devices. And I developed so much animosity as a result.
I did too.
So my mother gets cancer not too long ago, like maybe, in 2007. And her radical hysterectomy was scheduled for January 30th, 2008. I'll never forget it because the Giants played Green Bay in the AFC Championship. I don't know why that. Anyways, whatever. I was a huge football fan. I picked a fight with her on the way to the hospital for her to have this massive procedure to remove cancer from her uterus. And I picked this massive fight with her, and she could have died, And it took a long time to forgive myself for that one.
But people, when my mom passed,
still hard to be mushy with her, though.
When my mom passed, and this show done got deep now.
Oh,
but
sorry,
there's people
guys.
that listen to the show, and you never know what's going to help somebody, right? I remember at my mom's funeral, my dad sitting behind me, tapping me on the back and saying, "What's your mother's last name?" And people ask me now, like, what's your relationship with your father? And I'll say, like, I don't have a relationship with him. It's not a bad one or a good one. It's just he's alive and I'm alive. He's in Stockton. I'm in LA. I got his number. He got mine. But we don't call and check on each other. He don't, because I feel like even though with my mom and all of our relationship stuff, I don't have any regrets for how the relationship was because there was a lot of experiences that I've earned over the years. My mother, when I was in a group home, would come and visit me, and I remember wanting to go home with her, but she was addicted to heroin, which was a really, really strong drug. I mean, it's a really bad drug. And I remember saying to her, can I come home today? Can I come? And this was every week. Can I come home today? She used to bring me to McDonald's. Now that I think about it, I had a long history with McDonald's. But I remember her saying when she said she wasn't taking me home, she said, no. And I said, why not? Like, you don't want me to come home? And she said, look, I'm doing the best that I can. And I used to hold her accountable for years to that as, that's a cop-out. You're a sellout. What do you mean? Because you should naturally want to care for your kids more than you are addicted to a drug. It wasn't until years later that I was raising my brother. She had another child. I was raising my brother from the age of 8 to 18. And I remember me saying to him saying to me one day, I was asking him to do something, his homework or something. And he said, look, I'm doing the best that I can. I had a moment. I had a moment. Because when people tell you they're doing the best that they can, even though it's not the best that you would do, they're telling you this is my limitation. I can't do it anymore. So you have to evaluate, okay, my investment, am I going to help this person do better? Or am I going to stop investing in this person and just move the other direction? Kind of hard when it's your parent, but I learned that lesson. So when I look at the relationship, and even when I quit my career, working for the union, making $120,000 a year and all that, and she said to me, well, what are you doing now? I said, well, I'm going to work with the Kardashians. She was like, the fuck is a Kardashian? Like, you're going to give up this good job? I learned so much in what to do right, what to do wrong, what I did wrong in parenting, which is why I ain't ready for a kid right now. So yeah, I don't regret anything. When she died, I never sat in regrets. But what I did say to myself when my dad asked me her last name, which nigga, you should know her last name. I'm not gonna hate you, but I'm not gonna ever be that where I'm that complacent with bringing children in the world, even if they're outside my marriage or whatever. Like, I'm never gonna be that person.
Yeah, and that's another reason why I was always very, conscious about protecting myself from having children, because I watched my mother silently struggle, unbeknownst to me. It's hindsight's 2020. And, after speaking to my aunt years later, like literally like maybe about 4 years ago is when I discovered how much my mom had really suffered silently after my father passed away. Life insurance policy was non-existent. He left her in debt. Wow. And my mom was like forced to create a situation where we both survived and where I didn't struggle, but she did. She went hungry times where I didn't even know about. And it made me feel even more like a piece of shit. Because I gave her a really, really hard time. But it just goes to show what people's limitations are, and like doing the best that they can. And when you're younger, you're just like, what the fuck does that mean? And we expect our parents to be superhuman,
right?
And
I don't know if I expected my mom to be superhuman. First of all, at 10 years old, you don't understand addiction. Like, I don't understand what heroin does. I remember. And I'll do this and we'll go to some music. I remember running away from the group home, going to find my mom because she had left. She had went from being a correctional officer, like taking care of her 2 kids, to living in a motel, prostituting, and heroin. Okay, so like and this is in the 80s, 70s, 80s. I remember running away and then getting to the motel, finding her, and she was about to shoot up, and she literally just sat right there, tied that thing around her arm, shot up in front of me, passed out with the needle on her arm. Came back, I took the needle out of her arm, came back called the people to come and get me. Now, I didn't understand that. But what I've learned in the whole experience is that, okay, I'm never going to do hardcore drugs.
Right.
I said the same thing.
And people didn't understand why I just decided to stop drinking for 2.5 years out the blue, like wouldn't have one drink at all. I had gotten so near the point of crossing the line that I literally woke up one day and said, I can't.
You used to scare the shit out of me when you drank. My God.
No, I know.
The phone calls I would get from him. I'd be like, Jesus.
No, I've had some moments, but I've learned. And even in being promiscuous, whatever, I look at my father, like there are still traits of my parents that I do have, my temper, all that. But, I don't regret anything because I feel like if I can just stay focused and pay attention to the experiences throughout my life and like learn from them as much as I can, I'm not going to be perfect, but at least I learned I've also learned forgiveness. Like I've learned that in order to let a lot of stuff go, you got to forgive.
Gotta forgive.
Gio is not happy that we didn't film him in his one tear during break.
Sorry.
I was saying
he was having a moment. This was straight for Lee Daniels, but go ahead, have your moment.
No, I was saying that I'm glad that we really get to show our audience that we have real lives and vulnerable situations. And it's hard for me to talk about my mom, but sometimes we not all just laughs and messy, and we actually. We have hearts and we hurt. Well, I low key teared up a little bit.
Kumbaya. One thing I will say though, my mom, she had her last hurrah. When she died, she said, because she was dramatic. She was a white woman.
You don't say.
She was a white woman. I want my ashes scattered over the ocean. I'm like, okay. So we drive to Petaluma. And my uncle, I'm like, I'm not getting in the water. First of all, it's too cold, and I'll get a flu. I'm not going in the water. My sister's like, I'm not getting my hair wet. I'm not going in the water. Well, like, you ain't got to be submerged, but whatever. So my uncle, he's Italian. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so he takes the urn, and he goes out to scatter the ashes, but there's a wind pushing the wind back this way.
Oh my God!
So my mom is partially in the water and partially on land in Petaluma.
I thought you were going to
always
say,
have to check the wind factor when you're doing that.
I thought you were going to say that they'd come back and sprayed you guys.
No, but
face.
I don't even know. I don't even want, you know how you can go to the cemetery to visit a family member?
Yeah.
You can't. I'm not going to drive all the way out to Petaluma to the spot where we poured the ashes. That's kind of weird, right?
No, I feel like once you let go of somebody's ashes, you let it go, and there's no real point to return to the place because you've kind of let their spirit back into the universe. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just like, I'm not for grave sites and stuff like that, because once, generations pass away and forget about this motherfucker, it's just land that's just occupied by bones and a box.
Is it wrong to plan out your funeral while you're alive? Because
No, you absolutely have to.
Okay, because I feel like planning mine, like I just told my attorney the other day, I want to do my will, but I want to put the program together and the invitation list.
You should absolutely do that and set the money aside for it so that
No, I'm not paying for it. Floyd's paying for it.
Oh,
How about we just get off this topic? Let's
Okay,
talk about
cool.
life.
Sorry.
Okay, well, you know what? You were talking about all of the things that, you've gone through as a result of your trials and tribulations as an adult or, as a child. And you mentioned promiscuity. So I have a question for all of you out there, for you guys especially.
Your feet look nice today, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Gio. They're a little
problem.
light skinned right
They
now.
are.
I'm
What was the question?
Oh,
I just
shit,
had to
sorry.
think they was looking nice. I like feet.
So there's a study that says that the average person has 8 different sexual partners in a lifetime.
At a time?
I laugh at you.
sorry.
in their lifetime.
I laugh at you.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that you've gone over that number, Gio.
Listen, my girl asked me this question one day, and I looked and I said, "You really want to know?"
Did she ask you what's your number?
Yeah. And when I told her my number,
You know your number?
I told her I lost my number at this number.
Wait, okay. What number did you lose your number?
It was like 300 something.
I was going to say then I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, one time I was driving from Northern California to LA. No. I was driving from Northern California to LA one time.
That's serious.
And I said to myself, it was about a 5.5 hour ride. And I said to myself, I'm going to count all the people. This is an embarrassing story.
You forgot.
No, I was still counting when we got to LA.
Oh my
and I
God.
was trying to think of all the names of people.
Mine is well over 300. Only one STD in my life now from my baby mama. That's crazy, right? But you remember, I toured with all these artists, so you know I'm out there fucking. Overseas pussy, too.
I wasn't on tour. This was mine in the same
Look
radius.
at her face.
It's not judgment.
I know, it's just your
absolutely
no,
not
no.
judgment.
No, it's just your shock.
I'm registering shock because I'm just trying to do the math and think about how long you been fucking for?
Shit, I lost my virginity
At 12?
No, like 14, 15. To an older lady, too.
So
How
are
much
you
older?
are you counting all sexual interaction or just straight having sex?
Just straight having sex.
So you're not counting
Head and all
finger
that.
banging?
No, I'm talking about straight.
No, because I mean,
sex.
I'm thinking when I think about the days where I was fucking with girls, there was a few girls that I finger banged. I wouldn't count in my number.
No.
Finger
That
banging
doesn't count.
Finger
Straight
banging
sex
is so annoying.
Finger
I'm talking
banging
about
does not
straight
count.
sex.
Is finger banging even still something people do these days?
Yes.
Yeah,
it
but you gotta
is.
remember, sometime, especially when I was on tour, be in Japan, Australia, I'm having sex with the same girl probably about 2-3 times in a day before I leave a fly out. Or sometimes it might be double play. The tour life is crazy, so it'd be 2 girls easily that's ready to come back to the hotel. So I'm telling you, I used to keep counting. I
come
lost
back as a
count over
boy.
300.
I had sex with twins once and then had them have sex with each other.
Oh, Jason, that's so.
I feel like I know that.
That's so
story.
Jerry Springer, bro.
That was so Oakland, California.
Yeah. So
don't
yes, that's my number. When I told my girl that, she looked at me and said, "Just don't touch me right now."
Did she really say that?
Don't ask some shit if you ain't prepared for the truth.
No, she was probably thinking about the times that she swallowed and reconsidering her life at that point.
Not reconsidering her life.
I mean, when a motherfucker tell you 300 and they ain't talking about the movie with that big white nigga, yeah, there's a problem.
100.
What about you, Melissa? I think I could tell you your number.
Go ahead.
Would you honestly tell?
27.
You gonna tell?
Go ahead.
That's good.
What the fuck? Just looking at me, you're gonna
I'm
be
gonna say
like,
in your life. We talking about your life.
my life.
I'm gonna say 33.
You say 27, you say 33.
You gotta spit it up.
Is it more than that?
I don't know.
Oh, don't do that shit.
No, I swear to God, I have no idea what my number is.
What was
I
it?
stopped counting.
But
And
you-
here's the deal.
Oh.
Is there anything?
I did.
I don't think, but here's what I said. Okay, I went to dinner with Melissa last week.
Oh, cool.
Can I tell
How
them what
was
I
that?
said?
Yes. And
Not
you,
not the details, but
and you can also tell them my facial expression. I got
so
quiet.
look, I took her to dinner the other night. Well, actually, she paid for it, so she took me to dinner. I invited her, but she paid for it, so whatever. So we went to the Mondrian Hotel, and
so
first of all, before I could even sit down with her, this fucking lesbian was trying to eat her pussy. Right? It was just
It
annoying.
was so
Somebody did.
annoying.
She was really
Somebody saw you
aggressive.
It was
And
lesbians are so aggressive.
And I tell the girl, I said, listen, I'm here to have dinner with my friend. She was like, okay, well, I'll just be a minute. And she just kept talking. I was just like,
She was
but,
a
but deep
butch.
down inside, I said, I fuck with her because I'm the same way when it comes to niggas. Straight boys be like, I'm straight. I'm like, listen, we didn't come here to talk about technicalities. We come to talk about who, what, when, where, and how we gonna get it done.
That's hilarious.
So I'm sitting there talking to Melissa, and I said to her, don't you ever feel like just being a hoe? Just because think about it. You have a chance, ladies, to be Melissa Ford, every man's fantasy, and you can get any man you want. And I'm out here and I see these men who are after her, athletes, rappers, entrepreneurs, doctors, gay boys on the low, everybody. Would you not just like, because hoes be winning.
They do.
Wouldn't you just want to be it? And she was looking at me like, I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Okay, and what's the meat of the story?
My point was, women are always afraid to be honest about their sexual escapades as if that double standard means anything. I don't feel like, if a woman says she fucked 100 guys, what's the difference than you saying you fucked 300 girls?
My girl told me, she was like, she was honest with me. She was like, I had my stage. And I was like, and then I looked at it and said, and I hate that it's like that. It's
but why is it like that?
I think we're built like that because with women, it's something going in you.
Yeah, we're the receivers.
Yeah, so with guys, it's kind of like we're just like.
But most of the time, it's the disease that you're putting in them.
I know, but at the end of the day, like it just, she told me it didn't make me look no different because I'm like, I had.
What was her number?
She didn't tell me. She just said I had my promiscuous stage, and when a girl say promiscuous stage, she was out there experimenting, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I just asked, was I the biggest and the best you ever had?
I don't know. It's not a question that I even get into with a guy that I'm intimate. Really, my concern is, when's the last time you were checked? How often do you get checked? And how often do you use protection?
Message.
That's what I care about. And how many diseases have you had, or do you still have
them?
Do you still have some shit? Like, those are the things I want to know. So if you fuck 300 women, well, I'm not going to ask that question because I really don't actually want to know the answer. What I want to know is your sexual history in terms of how often do you how much do you protect yourself? How much do you respect yourself to go to the doctor and find out if you're walking around with some shit. That's all I care about.
This
because
message was sent to you by LA.
Because I don't want anything.
So the average average amount of sexual partners is 8. That's
in a lifetime.
That's some bullshit. That's a fucking lie.
I
Who's just fucking 8 people in a lifetime? I'm sorry.
I think
your life sucked.
Well, I think this poll was done in Mayberry because it wasn't done in LA County.
Some shit like that.
Your life sucked if all you've done is screw 8 fucking people.
First of all, if they only had
that.
8 people, they weren't sucking. Nothing was sucking.
You know what? Let me rephrase that. God bless you if after the second or third time you found the perfect person, you got married to them and had a long life, and that's all you needed. And God bless you. That is not the average story.
One thing that I've gotten from being around Floyd is, at least with my father, I didn't understand all the promiscuity, all the kid. Like, he had receipts. Like, I'm a receipt. Promiscuity is a word.
I thought it was promiscuity.
Promiscuity is a word.
I thought it was
promiscuous is the act of sleeping with a lot of people.
There's the root word, and then there is.
We're not. Okay. This is not University of Pacific or Phoenix.
Promiscuity is a word, my darling. Okay, now go on. Your father.
Back to the upturd that we were talking about. No, I mean, my father left a lot of receipts because he had 7 kids out of wedlock. Mm-hmm. So there's 9 total kids he has, and my mom has 3. It's 2, so there's 11 of us. Mm-hmm. But when I think about like Floyd and the relationship he has with his women, I feel like when you're at that level with Floyd and you can afford it and everybody can be taken care of and everybody understands the situation and it works for everybody, then who am I to have an opinion about it?
Ain't a damn motherfucking thing wrong with it.
I said to somebody just recently, I said, I wish you could be one of my boos. And they said to me, what does that mean, being one of your boos? And I said, well, we have our understanding in our relationship and it works for us, but knowing that you're going to do you and I'm going to do me. Mm-hmm. And I could tell that they were thinking. And I'm at a point now where I'm wondering, like, could I ever be with that one person? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Because I kind of feel like in the quest of finding that perfect person, you pass up a lot of opportunities to be with somebody that could fill a need right then that you have.
I mean, come on, man. Just like in Fences, Troy did it, and his wife said she wanted to try.
Hi, spoiler alert. Some people haven't seen it.
If you ain't seen Fences by now.
Okay, I've seen the plays. I'm just talking for everybody else.
Anyway, but I agree. But
damn, jumped all down her throat.
Pause. I'm sorry.
No,
being with one person, it's a task, especially when, you know.
Forever, though.
Forever.
Like, do you believe your girl is forever?
Ever?
Like, do you ever sit down with your girl and say, why is Melissa scared for the answer? Have you had the conversation with your girl, like, is this forever?
Because he got to go home to her.
Because listen, let me set it up. Let me set it up. If I could date somebody who could pay half the bills, sleep with every night, meaning just physically having somebody in the bed, because I like to just be with somebody. It doesn't always have to be fucking. Somebody that you can go to the club and hang out with or travel with, I would be fine with that, even if it wasn't going to be forever.
Right.
Like, I don't look at. I think the days of looking forever. I don't know.
No,
for me,
we take it day by day. We just we have high hopes for things to happen, but we never plan for things to happen.
But then that's the question. Like, are you wasting time if you're not planning forever with somebody? Why be with them? Like,
I feel like if it's good right now,
We just
and
taking it day by day.
it's looking like it's going to be good tomorrow, then that's all you can really. You can't plan for anything because you could walk outside right now and get hit by a bus.
Say it, Bangs.
Excuse me, I parked across the street today.
So did
that
I.
street is a motherfucker.
So did I, and
That
I
street
had
is
a
a
vision. I saw myself get hit by a car, and she was in the street. Daisy's here, and I don't know. I took extra care crossing the street today.
When I sell Hollywood Unlocked, or when this show gets picked up for syndication and we all have money, like real money.
Let's go places where there's no streets.
No, I just feel like if I had $100 million in the bank and I was comfortable, if I was just really financially stable, could I have a couple situations where everybody was taken care of and everybody got along? I don't think everybody has to sleep together, but would I be in a couple situationships?
My girl would not.
Oh, I definitely would.
Would you?
Oh yeah.
I'd
I'd have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Thursday
and give myself a break on.
I can't.
Yeah, I
No,
could.
I'm kidding.
She wouldn't allow that.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Very.
Could a
very-
woman?
I
Could a
would-
woman ever publicly do? Could you ever do what Floyd is doing with his girls?
Oh, I would do it in a heartbeat.
No, but could you do it publicly?
That would be dope because you don't see women doing that.
Like,
That would
could
be
you
dope.
go out one day with French Montana, the next day with ASAP Rocky, the next day with David McIntosh?
But nah, it's different
Now, here's
because
the
his
thing.
girls
No,
aren't famous, aren't celebrities.
Took the words right out of my mouth. I would not choose anybody. I would.
You would have to be the star, and they would have to be
normal
the
guy.
supporting cast.
It wouldn't even be about stardom. It would just be like, know your position.
Yeah,
Just know your position. And I would definitely have.
the hot normal guy.
I would. It would be fun choosing.
You have David. You have
Excuse
Curtis.
the fuck out of me.
You have
Okay, hold on.
Sujata.
Whoa. You're hilarious. And shut
Wait,
up.
who was the last person?
Sujata. What's his name?
Daniel Sunjata. We forgot about him. And randomly I get tweets at time to say, did y'all talk to Daniel Sunjata yet? Be like, nah.
No. Is his show still on there?
I
Okay.
haven't seen it,
Anyways,
man.
I don't know. Who cares? No. And just to clarify, my trainer Curtis is just my trainer. He is a very good friend, and that
They
is
say
it.
he just
So if he just moved
Just my
here,
trainer.
so if he just moved here, he don't have a girlfriend.
No, he broke up with his girlfriend
was
like
checking his
earlier
Instagram
this
out.
year.
Let me text him right now.
I was checking on his Instagram. see if his body really
He's definitely getting a lot of offers because he's fresh meat here in LA.
Gio, what were you just saying at break?
Gio just told us to go watch his movie on Hulu, and I don't have a Hulu subscription.
I've never heard of Hulu.
Anyway, anybody that's
I'll get
watching,
a subscription just to watch
anybody
it.
watching, go if you have Hulu. I have a movie on there that I'm lead in called "Restored Me" with Bill Duke, Malik Yoba, Gary Owen.
It's called
And
Restore Me.
Restored me.
Restored?
Past tense. Restored me. Restored. ED.
Well, first of all, let me say before I say anything negative, congratulations on all
Wait,
the work
thank
that you're
you.
doing because
Thank
you
you.
really
Yes,
are out here
yes.
working.
Thank you.
And I will say that it's when you're following your passion, your dreams, and whether it starts off as dancing, evolving to acting, and whatever, filming, directing, all that, like it takes a lot to get up every day and go after it.
It does, and I was only going to just pick it back to what you were saying during break about how you didn't think you would be able to cry,
Yeah.
and Megan said you'd be surprised. Like
Yeah.
this was one emotional roller coaster of a role for me. Like
Really?
tears, crying. First day of shooting, I had this crazy scene where I'm like, damn man, I know I've been acting a long time, but I always been one of those actors that was wondering if I can go there. And brother, like she said, I don't know how.
But
I went
how
there.
do you cry? How do you make yourself cry? I mean, like if I was to sit and think about my brother or talk about my brother, I guess I could get emotional or
That's
get in that
exactly what
space.
I did. I thought about my mom. I thought about my daughter. I thought about how my daughter's mother really doesn't believe in what I'm trying to do. She doesn't support what I'm trying to do. She doesn't think I'm going to succeed. And I just got infuriated, and that actually helped me prepare for that scene.
Yeah, I mean, you can use like past experiences to, try to get the emotional reaction that is required. But then also the context, like, like the content of what it is that you're saying, like you invest in the words, like, you know what I'm saying?
But see, I have this thing, even with Love
Like,
and
if it's
Hip
an
Hop,
emotional-
when the cameras come on, I get really uncomfortable. I get really self-conscious. I start thinking about where the cameras are. I start thinking of like,
How you look, right?
but now I can get angry on camera easily because Love and Hip Hop, like I pop myself. Maybe that's what it is. I had a scene one time with Fizz where I thought he was going to attack me, and I had pumped myself up so much that I was really angry.
Yeah.
To the point to where I had to calm myself down before
Yeah.
I could even shoot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you know you're going to be shooting a scene that is going to require a specific emotional reaction, then you are psyching yourself up for it. Like I did a production with Keith Robinson.
From Dreamgirls.
Yeah. And he, we were in a relationship, and it was a play but shot like a movie. And Lynn Whitfield was in it as well. Oh my God, bow down. She's just freaking amazing.
I can get her on the show.
Yes.
Lynn Whitfield.
Like I
Can you get her?
I love
Yeah,
her
I can
too.
get on the show.
No, I get her because I love
Seriously.
Lynn.
Yeah,
Love her.
I absolutely love her. And so I was required to, it was a guy that just wasn't invested in me anymore. And I was not happy about it because I was an accomplished woman and I had everything going for me. And I just, he wanted somebody else. And I just had to have a very, strong emotional reaction to it. You feed off of past experiences and stuff like that. But also the material itself was, it was difficult words to say. So they can, it's double pronged, I think. So I feel like you might be good at it because, it could be cathartic for you because even though you've dealt with a lot of stuff that has happened in your life, I think that there's times where it still comes back and it affects you and haunts you.
I mean, if I plug into like how I really feel about stuff that I care about outside of work, like, I can get emotional, but it's just like
he was trying to feel on my feet. He was trying to feel on my fucking feet.
but I do feel like when you're acting and you have director, producer, camera operator, sound person,
it can make
it's
you just,
really difficult to get in to that emotion.
And not
I've
mentioning
done a
take
sex
after
scene
take.
with a whole room full of
But
people.
What movie was this?
I ain't telling you, it never came out.
But I did. But my point of when Megan was there, her acting coach was there, and she was like, "Here's my number. If you're serious about it, come meet with me and like let me see. Let's work and let's see." She said it's really all about developing the craft and really just staying true to it. And if you're like anybody who is, when you're focused on something, you get it done, you'll be successful. I'm like, well, shit. If once I decide I really want to do something, I really do go hard.
Sidebar, I would really rather just like cry and just like have like this harrowing, just like, tears, snot kind of situation on camera rather than sex scenes. God, that was
you're playing
awful.
opposite of what you're used to.
I literally had like nipple covers on, nude nipple covers, and like a thong, like not even the full thong, just like the crotch part taped to me. And then
Why are you feeding this pedophiles?
and then I had to act like I was riding somebody and making all this noise.
What movie? We need to put. We're gonna find that and edit
I did
it
a
in
sex
this.
scene in a movie called #Love Swag, and Nate.
It was called #Love Swag.
#Love Swag. We won 15 independent film festivals. So
okay. Is that
with
on
that
Hulu?
said, it's on
He
Netflix.
cut you off before you could even talk shit.
So yeah, the girl had the front crotch thing on, and we had to simulate sex. And I told her, "I'm sorry if I do. I'm sorry if I don't."
Yeah, I rode his actual leg so that I wouldn't be on top of.
And I had a sock on my Peter.
Yes. He had a sock too.
I'm annoyed.
It was
I'm annoyed by both
Were
stories.
you attracted to him?
No.
Okay, good.
He was really cool though.
Okay,
He
so-
was very famous too.
Okay, was it Daniel Sujata?
No, it was not. No. It was
Would you
not.
ride Daniel Sujata's leg?
No, not after the stunt he pulled. Asshole.
All right, well, give me his number. Okay, listen.
will.
So
I will actually give you his
it to me.
number.
So we're on our way out. Before we go out, there was a story that broke yesterday in the news that was really, really, it affected me. It actually affected my whole day yesterday. I ended my day early, and I needed to go and just relax because I feel like the world is crazy, and there's so many bad things happening to good people. Shout out to my friend Ricky Anderson. People may be like, who the fuck is that? TMZ and everybody was referring to him yesterday as Kanye West's cousin, and I really think it's fucked up, but I understand that you have to do that so people know.
It's an identifier. Yeah.
But-
And it will be big news because it's a story related to Kanye West,
So
even though it's indirect.
So I want to talk a little bit about Ricky. So Ricky is a good friend of mine. Ricky is one of those guys that has always been supportive of me and whatever I'm doing. Been there. I talked about this when New York was here, Tiffany Pollard. Ricky is like Tiffany. Like if I needed somebody to talk to, if I was having a birthday party, needed friends there. I'm gonna tell a funny story at the end, but Ricky is just a really cool guy. And so he's Kanye's cousin. When Kanye was in an accident and it broke his jaw, Ricky was the guy who nursed him back to health. So when Kanye got on, Kanye brought him on as an assistant, and then he traveled the world, assisted him. Then he discovered Hit Boy, who was already doing his thing, and he got Hit Boy signed to Good Music, and then Niggas in Paris and all of that came out. So Ricky was a big part of that. And then when Kanye and Kim got together, they started to develop a family. So Ricky started doing other things, and he started developing his family. Ricky was so excited he had this baby, and I remember before, even though Ricky wasn't like a player per se, he was always respectful of women. Quick story. He calls me one day and says, "Yo, bro, if you got a girl in New York that I can hang out with, let me know." So I send this girl to go to dinner with him, and she goes in the bathroom and she calls me. She's like, "What the fuck did you do to me?" I'm like, "What's going on?" She was like, "I'm at dinner with this guy that you introduced me to, and Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Jay-Z, and Beyonce are at dinner." I'm like, "Well, shit, bitch, I'll put you on. Have a good time." Anyway, he had this baby, slowed all the way down, went back to work with Kanye, but just slowed all the way down, and really like on Instagram and Snapchat every day with his baby. Baby that passed away yesterday in his sleep. 1 year old. I mean, just like, it was one of those things that I woke up to, and I didn't understand how a 1 year old just dies in their sleep. And I don't understand why that had to happen to Ricky, because he is such a good person. So I reached out to him yesterday, and I read all the messages, his mom on Facebook and everything, and it was just really sad. And he's been posting videos since of the kid, videos of the kid laughing and playing, and it's just a really.
So let me be clear. The son passed away from SID right now. SIDS. Can you familiarize me with that?
Sudden infant death syndrome.
Now, is that when the baby can't? That's not like when something suffocates.
No, it's the baby just dies, and it's unexplained. Doctors don't know the cause of it, and usually it happens between
0 and 1, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
It's the exactly.
Listen,
it peaks around ages 2 to 4 months, but there's no cause. There's no explanation. It's not like the baby asphyxiated. Jeez Louise.
Get it together.
When I believe the baby was 17 months.
Oh,
wow. Then
that's a long time. Like the emotional investment. And so I just want to say to Ricky, like, keep your head up, bro. You're a good dude. And yeah.
Man, God bless you, man. I mean, that heart, my heart goes out to like my boy AJ. He lost his daughter in a car crash, 3 months old.
Who's AJ?
He's a promoter for the Supreme team.
AJ.
Yeah, AJ, you know when you see him, but he just put his daughter in the ground like 2 weeks ago, 3 months old. So man, I couldn't imagine.
They say the African American kids are twice as likely to die from SIDS in actuality. So I don't know what the correlation is. Like, I've Googled it before, and it just doesn't. They just say that there's preventative measures, like, always have your baby sleep on its back. Don't put toys or blankets in the crib. Don't, allow them to use a pacifier at sleep time. Do try to swaddle your child. Don't put your baby to sleep on its side. But I mean, still, there's just no cause.
Well, listen, to all the people out there that have children, or that have had children that they've lost, or have children that they are caring for now, like, just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sending love to all of you. I don't really know what to say. I just never understand when kids die, Back home in Stockton, this 3-year-old was shot in the chest and died. I'm like, really? In a drive-by? It was just. Anyway, so shout out to Ricky, shout out to Kanye West and their whole family, and we're sending our prayers to you. So
definitely.
Tomorrow we have Amina Butterfly.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Amina.
Is she still preggers?
We'll ask her tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.